Now, the continuation on the match that has been, shall I say, almost kept from the public for about 2 weeks now. Come hella high water, this match will happen. It will be Christian Maniac versus Sergius for the Hardcore Championship. And by God, there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. This match will happen next, whether you like it or not. Finally, this is for the Hardcore Championship. And these two have finally made it to the ring outside of entrances. And the back and forth affair that you would expect from these two mega talents, and Sergius and Christian Maniac. Well, for hardcore, you gotta get hardcore. And Sergius is definitely dressed for the occasion and is about to get hung out, draped over the top rope, and the Maniac doing what he is known for, his calling card being a bearded villain and all. Dirty tactics producing optimum effects. Maniac really taking it to the champion. A spill to the outside and crashing and burning. No sell at all. Right back up. And fell for it. Perhaps Sergius making the challenger look good. And vintage Maniac with that spinning neck breaker. Hitting and firing on all cylinders. Look at this. And again, this is a hardcore championship match, not a weapon to be introduced thus far in this matchup. We'll see if that changes. Not at all. You do not want to sleep on him. And, you know, while I'm at it, shouts out to... Oh! Enziguris everywhere. And a face buster to boot. And the Maniac really taking it to the champion. And is now looking for some hardware under the ring. The tried and true bamboo kendo stick. The Singapore cane. Oh! Being put to good use. Oh! And it's the thin padding on the outside. You gotta feel like Sergius is gonna be feeling that one in the morning. And the Maniac looking to take it back to the ring, perhaps. Oh, and his sense of direction might be off. And this is not looking good at all for the champion. The overthrow. And it might be all here. Speaking of no cells. And the Maniac just raining down shots after the mount. And Sergius being thrusted into the mat. Hits the signature. And that is all she wrote. We have a new hardcore champion.
Woo! Right.
2 weeks in the making.
That's the infamy he goes.
Wow. Barely touched him. That was all Maniac. Total dominance.
Indeed it was. I'd like to see a rematch.
Here is your winner and new hardcore champion, King Christian Maniac.
And the Maniac has done it.
Once again.
Is a multi-time hardcore champion. Will this be the start of the empire of Extreme? And next we have Nancy Bay, the newest member of the faction of Fear.
Fathers of Fear.
Or in this case, representing the Femmes of Fear. FOF worldwide. Set to take on the founder, one of the founding mothers, if you will, of the women's division here in K1W. And CALI ALEXIA Anderson. An epic clash. The Queen of Gotham set to take on FOF's newly crowned queen. This match happens next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Venice Beach, California, Nancy Bay.
Nancy Bay, new attitude and new look.
And her opponent from Boston,
Speaking
Massachusetts,
of new
the
looks,
icon, CALI ALEXIA Anderson.
that part. The Queen of Gotham, strutting her stuff. Shouts out to the Peanut Gallery. We have Maniac, the hardcore champion, the newly crowned hardcore champion, and the commissioner of Friday nights, one DJ D Queasy, holding down the Peanut Gallery tonight.
gonna learn tonight, nigga.
I'm not quite sure what the lesson will be. Shit. She just got tossed across the ring. The quickness there. Nancy Bay. And she's going to need that. As Anderson is showing she's quite quick as well. With a vicious offense to boot. Nails the knee. And Bay whipped to the corner. And now is the recipient of some nasty elbows straight to the face. And a kip up. Up and over, hits the vertical suplex. And Nancy Bay is down momentarily. Now back to her feet. And Anderson stopped in her tracks and just got leveled with that spinning back kick. And now Nancy Bay using a few elbow shots of her own. Now targeting the knee. Gets an elbow shot there as well. And a standing shooting star. Or as I like to say, the PAT. Oh, and another bail toss. Dips the enziguri. And a thrust kick to the stomach. And now, telegraph. And I think Anderson might have some cookies. And the Hall of Pain just got opened up. Oh! And I think that might be the finish. 2! And this one was so close to being over. And Bay showing her tenacity to keep herself in this matchup. But you gotta wonder, with the beating that she's been taking, how much longer will this go on? As she just had her back bounce off those turnbuckles. And Anderson right back to the attack. Bay trying to fight back here with some short arm knife edge chops. 2 of those, dos equis, if you will. And Bay, oh, a DDT to the edge of the ring. And Anderson might be seeing stars after that devastating maneuver. And a spinning scoop slam. Oh, what a nasty combination here. A knee straight to the temple. Telegraphed it. Drops out and lands a DDT. A kip up. And Bay's back on her feet. And Bay is the newest recipient of the Queen's. Wow. She can take a beating and she's just right back at it. And I think she might have cookies. And in addition to a bad back, she might have a sore chest after those knife edge chops. Anderson spilling to the outside. Oh! An unorthodox maneuver as a springboard off that top rope, and it did nothing except break a tailbone perhaps. And the referee just got it. Again, spear. The referee has been in bad shape for months. I'm so glad that we have the K1W health plan specifically for the referee that has been paid by the contributions of the superstars here that has been injuring these refs. And now, Anderson with that flapjack, and it could be the end right here. But will it be? Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And CALI Alexia Anderson picks up the victory.
Right on the X. Right on the X.
Right on the X and right on time. And you gotta feel like the guy that runs the House of Gotham somewhere in the world is smiling with that dominating performance. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Back-to-back weeks. And it is not looking good for this new attitude that Nancy Bay, perhaps she needs to be a bit more jovial. I remember her being somewhat competitive in her brighter days, we say. But as for tonight, the Queen of Gotham rules this one. And next, we have some more ladies set to take center stage as Cynthia Bland and ELYSE Del Monte. We have a representative from the House of Surgeon and a representative from the House of Jefe set to square off as these two have been getting it on for back-to-back weeks. We'll see what the next chapter and their budding rivalry.
Look at those cheekbones.
High and bright, right?
Yeah.
You know, all natural. At least we'll find out next. We're back, and a little bit of a discrepancy here as I sense a little debate going on right now in the peanut gallery.
Making her way to the ring from Salem, Massachusetts, Cynthia the Diamond Bland.
But one thing you cannot debate is this woman's accomplishments, as she is a multi-time women's world champion and various brands, and she is ever the combatant and takes on any and all comers. She is Cynthia, the White Queen, as she's been hailed in the locker room and by her peers. You know, I've got to say, the matches that have gone on between these two lately has been highly entertaining, and it's been back and forth, and I believe ELYSE Del Monte has the edge. We'll see if she's able to keep it.
And her opponent, from Jersey City, New Jersey, the Boss, EDM.
gotta tell you, this woman's energy is infectious. Elise Del Monte has been blazing a trail since coming into K1W, and I've got the feeling that tonight might be another instant classic. Show of sportsmanship here by these two women. Referee. And Bland with that explosion right there. Letting her opponent know exactly what she thinks. Del Monte refusing to take that standing down, or standing, or sitting down for that matter. And she just explodes with that drop kick. And a nicely executed drop toe hold. And spinning leg drop. Shoots the half. And this is getting dangerous in a hurry. Drop kick, good to have Bland spill to the outside. And perhaps just the pep she might have needed. Bulldog. That dragon screw will tear your knee right up. Spinning back kick. Pendulum backbreaker. And Bland is in trouble here. Belly to belly. Bland having no trouble kicking out there. Nice counter. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Cookies. And Cynthia Bland really targeting the arms there. Del Monte has seen enough. Back with that spinning leg drop. Really finding its mark. And now the boots. Perhaps much to the chagrin of the queen. Spinning head scissors. And Del Monte perhaps signaling for the end. Spine buster, very nice. Executed. Very sound offense here by Del Monte. Belly to belly. And a shocking win here. Del Monte does it again. Full. And these fans
Here is your winner.
might have a new champion.
EDM.
A people's champion, if you will. Because these people are squarely behind Elise Del Monte, as she has been on fire for the last few weeks. And you got to feel like she's very close to potentially contending for a championship, or perhaps winning one. Because she's had her moments. And next we have the final match of the evening.
Oh, this should be a good one.
And one corner we have a representative from Crossface Pro. And in the other we have a foreigner from YNVS. And Jet Hayabusa, as he is set to take on Valentine. Yes, you guessed it. Mr. Super Smooth himself. And what can only be described as a 5-star match in the making with these two titans set to get it on. This is your 201 Live main event. Hayabusa, Valentine, next.
Making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Jet Hayabusa.
Jet Hayabusa, the man of the hour.
YNVS.
You know, from what I've gathered, YNVS is very high on him, and they have been pushing him, I'd say, pretty heavy. You know, he's had, dare I say, the Diamond Division
YNVS
Championship.
International.
He knows his way around the gold. And to be able to beat somebody like Valentine, you know, a former Cruiserweight champion, a former Diamond Division champion, and as of a few weeks ago, a former Hardcore champion, has to be the $1 billion endorsement he's been looking for outside of the checks that his camp so royally passed him. Shouts out to YNVS. Oh yeah.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 220 pounds, Super Smooth Valentine.
You know, when you talk about the cream of the crop, I've got to tell you, it doesn't get any smoother than this guy right here. And he knows it. And if you let him tell you, he won't pass up the opportunity. Braggadocious, and that's how they like it in CrossFit Pro. Confident competitors. And you're about to see one of the best exhibit just that tonight. Excellence. That running Dragorana is about the smoothest maneuver you will ever see in the business. But if you can counter it, I hear there's a trip to the bakery inside. Main event action on tap here. And some orthodox maneuvers here. Strikes coming out of every different direction, and the springboard will be the first to land, executed by Valentine, who has been able to lay in a few shots, and now, and again, just exploding off of the turnbuckle. I mean the ropes, I should say, the middle rope. And is really taking it to Hayabusa. And counter here. Jet Hayabusa. Trying to get it in gear. Scoop and a slam. Perhaps a missed opportunity there by Hayabusa. Oh, enziguri, and Valentine is down. At least momentarily, Valentine firing back with a Dragon School leg whip. And now targeting the legs yet again. And perhaps the lower back too. Hayabusa outside. Taking some time here to reevaluate his offense and his strategy. And trying to get these people into it. And now is the time, squandered just a little bit, perhaps, hot dogging, if you will. And that might have cost him. As he had an inadvertent, oh, speaking of inadvertent, that butterfly suplex is a bit inadvertent. As Valentine was dazed momentarily, and it gave him the opening to hit maneuvers like that one, that exploder suplex. Oh, knees to the back. Oh, countered the headbutt. And Valentine might be seeing stars. Hayabusa looking for that corkscrew, and that headbutt missing again. What has been touted as a big part of Valentine's offense. If he can't nail that, he is in trouble. Spinning Falcon Arrow, hooking the leg. Two. Wasting little to no movements here. Jet Hayabusa really getting it in gear. And he's going to have to match speed for speed, as Valentine is one of the fastest in the business. Drop kick on full display. Nicely executed by Valentine. Hitting his mark squarely in the chest and right back to the legs. That cloverleaf. And now finally laying in and nailing that headbutt. And here it is, the Dragon Rana. The super smooth one with extra sauce. And is only good for a 2. Hayabusa getting the arm up. Hayabusa battling back. And is looking for his moment. Will it be now? No. Stopped in his tracks. A kitchen sink by Valentine. And looking for his moment. German suplex. Oh, so close there. A beautiful bridge. Good for 1.5. And now Valentine with the strikes. And dropping an elbow. I'd have to say this matchup has been high profile and high octane, just like that headbutt. So close. And this might be all but over here, as you gotta feel like Valentine might be licking his chops. And now targeting the ankle and the shin. Another one. Shouts out to CALI. That's definitely a banger. Missing. Oh! And one of the nastiest cartwheel knee strikes you'll see in the business. And that is all she wrote. not on a roll, because the last time we saw this man, he lost. But as for on K1W TV, he's had 2 impressive victories. Won the Hardcore Championship, and now this. As that was El Jefe holding us down in the chat room. The boss showing that savoir-faire is everywhere. And Valentine
Here
with
is
an
your
epic
winner,
performance
Super
here.
Smooth Valentine.
Like I said, folks, it was perhaps the match of the night, but furthermore, an epic, instant classic, if you will. And soaking it up is Valentine, and that is all we have for you. This is 201 Live. From everybody, from the peanut gallery down to the broadcast booth, this has been a real one. Catch you next time. We're out of here.
Good show, baby.